Hey everybody, it's Miss Cole. I am actually in our library. This is a super keen mural that our art students put on the wall here, and I saw it and I was like, I need to do a video there. So today I'm going to talk about something pretty simple. Hopefully this won't take too long. Capitalization in regular writing is something that's introduced in elementary school. But we don't often review the concept in middle school or in high school. So for the most part, students do okay with this, but there are some sticky points, and I think it's worth revisiting the instruction because, honestly, it's probably been years since you've really thought about it. The first thing we want to think about is that one way you can classify nouns is whether they are common nouns or proper nouns. Hopefully these phrases are a little familiar to you, but again, it's probably been years. So, first of all, a common noun is the generic name for one item in a class or a group. For example, palace, girl, book, song, restaurant. A proper noun, on the other hand, names a noun precisely. Examples for this: Buckingham Palace, Cynthia, War and Peace, Bohemian Rhapsody, McDonald's. As a quick note, two of the nouns that I've given as examples are titles, so as a result, they have some additional formatting. War and Peace is the title of a book. That means it's a major work, and it gets italicized. Bohemian Rhapsody is the title of a song. That makes it a minor work, and it's put in quotation marks instead of italics. Common nouns are only capitalized when they're at the beginning of a sentence. Palaces are fancy. But we visited several palaces. I saw a girl on the bus. Proper nouns, though, are always capitalized, whether they're at the beginning of the sentence or not. We visited Buckingham Palace. I saw Cynthia on the bus. Sometimes it's a little confusing to figure out how specific something needs to be in order for it to be considered a proper noun. It can be tempting to capitalize anything that feels important, but you need to remember that capitalization is not used for emphasis in standard English. Sometimes we do that in casual language, like when we're texting or we're posting on social media. However, for academic or professional writing, that's not appropriate. Here are some types of words that people often struggle with capitalizing correctly. Family words. These are tricky because they can be used as though they are names or proper nouns, but they're not always used that way. So the rule is, if it's being used for a name, capitalize it. Examples: I'm going to visit my mom this afternoon. Versus, I'm going to visit mom this afternoon. Titles are often tricky as well. Similarly to families, some jobs have a title that go in front of somebody's name. When they're used with the name, they're capitalized. Examples for this: I'm going to talk to the senator about that. I'm going to talk to Senator Lopez about that. Does your doctor think it's okay to drink soda? Does Dr. Wilson think it's okay to drink soda? Another tricky spot is brand names. Brand names are capitalized even when they're used to refer to a general classification. On the other hand, though, sometimes, though rarely, brand names become so universal that they can actually lose their brand status and become common nouns. So for some examples of this, you might say, we need to get some tissues at the store. Tissues is a common noun, doesn't get capitalized. However, if when you mean tissues, you say, we need to get some Kleenex at the store, Kleenex is actually a brand of tissues. Another example of a proper noun that is used in a different way is, I don't know what time they open, but I can Google it. What you really mean there is, I can look it up online. You're using the name of the company Google, which started out primarily as a search engine, to refer to the act of searching for information online. An example of a brand that lost its brand name status is aspirin, at least in the United States. In Canada and other countries, aspirin is still the brand name for acetyl salicylic acid. In general, my rule of thumb is to capitalize the first letter of the sentence and anything that I'm certain is a name. So if I'm not sure whether or not I should capitalize something, I can just, Google it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope this was helpful for you. I've included a number of links down in the comments that gave me some help for this, that I found interesting, that also talk about this in a way that I found accessible. I also have information about my blog and Goodreads. If you like reading or care about English, follow me on Goodreads or send me a friend request. I'd love to get book recommendations. So I also think I've got my Twitter handle and my Patreon on there if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you have any suggestions or ideas for things that you would like to learn about, please tell me. Give me a comment. I'm a sucker for those. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye, everybody. Or maybe I should actually say, bye, everybody, so that you can actually see my hand. Bye, everybody.